I mean, I'm recording.
Dead air is the best way to start anything.
You know what? I agree. I've always secretly wanted to start an episode that way with just complete silence and the questionable look on people's faces just staring at me like, is Jeff going to start talking?
Somebody looking down at their phone. Did it play?
12 minutes of silence.
Silence my phone.
It's just... People are like, is this the episode? What if it's just 2.5 hours of just silence?
And then you break it. Then you break in mid-sentence.
At the last minute.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And that's how we wound up with the TPK.
Yeah.
Good night, listeners.
So anyway, that's why I'm a brownie.
And then they made me the chief.
And then the halfling wheezed.
There's another memory I was going to bring up to you, and I can't remember what it was. It'll come back. Where are we?
I was messing with the passive.
So hi.
Kill a halfling.
Welcome to episode 6. We're over a minute into the episode, and that's when I decided to say that it was episode 6. Isn't that fun?
We're going to call that a cold open.
A very cold open. So, listeners, if you had stuck around, or why did I say that in past tense? Because you're obviously still listening. You know, that's a stupid thought. I'm just going to get into the episode. You guys are still in Haven and having some funsies.
You say that like you expected us to have left already.
No, I mean, I'm just saying true things. That's all I'm doing.
We have to follow what the DM is hinting at us. So yeah, we leave immediately.
We're going to go to the other continent.
Pass through Oblivion first.
I don't...
Like,
I had to
Oblivion's
completely
like some
change
teleportation.
the story of our campaign because they left the continent.
They're like, well, so much for this mist.
Well, this continent down here is vaguely shaped like a dick, so let's go down there.
That's cool. Maybe we can have the continent move into another continent that isn't shaped like a dick, and something cool can happen.
I
Like,
created
we can make a new continent.
I created a plot point for an NPC in order to get them to leave, and they chased that plot point.
Perfect. A+. So we're joined by most of the party. This week, our lovely Glorp is not joining us. However, there's still 3 out of 4 players. So
Pour one out.
I'm very provocatively placing a strawberry on my lip right now
That's the only way to eat a strawberry.
as I'm talking.
Suck it in with a strong breath.
No, I'll choke.
Suck it in. Now you're DM.
Congratulations.
There can only be one.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh, I've heard co-DMing is becoming a thing.
mm-hmm. And like assistants.
You guys come across a dragon. Whoa! A mermaid. What?
We're in a desert.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're on top of a mountain. Where did this mermaid come from? Well, you see, this mountain used to be underwater. The mermaid was stranded here for years.
It's the Lady of the Lake. On a mountain?
There's a puddle. God.
A small mermaid. Is it a halfling mermaid?
I guess I'm the only imaginative DM.
And bladelings have spikes on their skin.
The spikelings have blades on their skin.
There'll never be a bladeling in any of my campaigns ever because
Why
of
not?
Could I be a spikeling?
It could be a changeling. Changelings would be fun.
I think this is going to be the most fun episode we've ever done, I think.
Well, that's
Based
sad.
on this open.
Well, that's sad. That's sad.
In order just to fill you guys in, they mostly met a lot of, they being Glorp and Quinn, met a few new NPCs.
A lot of NPCs.
You're going to rub it in Alish's face.
Yeah, I met a lot of people. They all liked me. Didn't ask for you at all.
He's going to have a permanent dark stain
I don't say any of
right down
this.
his cheek
I don't say any of this.
from all the tears he shed.
Also, we suspected that you and Boggy were just having sex upstairs in their room. So, that could be canon.
I don't think so.
But think about it.
Boggy's got Matilda. And that's
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I That's some hot like
you gave it a mental image.
that's some hot like cloaca and F hole action going on between the two.
That's a very appropriate name for that hole too.
Yeah. In this regard, yes. Actually, in both regards.
Baby needs chocolate.
So along with meeting some new NPCs,
Baby's already awake. You get up.
Quinn and Glorp were on the hunt for the wine thief.
Are they on the hunt for the Red October?
That was mentioned 2 sessions ago towards the end after the performance.
Our plot hook cliffhanger. Our level 2 type of cliffhanger. There's a thief loose.
Oh my gosh.
Level 20, it's like the Earth's about to end. You have to destroy the demigod of hatred.
And all you have is a quarter.
That's a quarter
I
of
need.
This is session 6 of the fight, stage 3. You're like, write that down.
Over the top.
You're like, write that down.
Oh god, this is great content. This is great. It's really great. Yeah. Great.
So you have every right to the last middle cookie.
I
because
am
I've
going
had
to say
3 and you have one.
Does
That's-
anybody want the middle cookie?
You get one?
Yeah, the middle cookie looks similar to like an animal cracker.
Oh, I'm good.
Then yes, I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that Sir and Boggy
I will have it, is what I said.
come downstairs.
Or third it, whatever. Yes.
You see,
Come downstairs, zipping up my pants.
Glorp leaving to do Glorp things. And I will leave that to Glorp when Glorp returns. Glorp,
Probably eating something.
probably.
Or something.
I just want to say Glorp as many times as possible, Tommy. Don't look at me that way.
Glorp, 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 glorp.
Glorp.
Glorp, glorp.
However, Quinn,
I
left
enter
off in the tavern.
I enter the tavern, and a gust of wind breezes through my head,
There we go.
and I brush my ears back, like down a ponytail, then whip my hair side to side, then look at you and go, "Oh, you're finally awake.
Aloysius is aroused.
Put it away." I whip my ears back and forth. I whip my ears back and forth.
Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro?
Arousalicious.
Von Horny Skew.
So,
Arousalicious Von Horny Skew the third. The hard. There we go.
Glorp and I can help explain that Glorp. He must be tired.
You see Glorp gnawing on a tree branch or something.
So anyway, there's a wine thief. There's a wine thief. Do you drink?
Yeah.
I've been heavily suspecting whether or not Boggy's actually the criminal this whole time. Have you been stealing wine bottles from the nearby taverns?
You say yes and you make a cannon.
Yeah.
To screw with you.
No.
I need to turn you in. Right now.
And then break you out.
That's called a joke.
Yes, do you know what those are?
I don't know if he does.
No. Listen,
Knock knock.
there's a... I look at the door.
I have a lot of work to do.
Pat, there's someone at the door for you. So, there's a person.
She looks confused.
And they... I wave. I'm back. You told me to come back.
Guess you didn't even hear the knock knock part.
Also, they're awake, so you can bother them now.
Pat looks very pleased that you're all here.
And then notices Glorp is gone.
And then notices Glorp is gone. And actually asks, where's your other frog friend?
Hopefully not in the kitchen so you don't cook him.
I don't know. I just woke up.
You can eat them on your own.
I will eat them all is the problem, so I need to wait until later in the session.
Oh. There's a wine thief who is frequently taking wine bottles across the town, especially from this place.
How do you bottle minor complaints?
But also stealing very luxurious wine bottles from a nearby very expensive tavern called the Silver Chalice.
Is it the
Also-
Chalice and Malice?
We were on the case, but now that you're awake, I wonder if you'll be in my way.
Knock him out.
You're welcome to try.
This is
I zap for 8 damage.
wild.
I didn't roll for it.
I know you didn't. But if you do, oh god. Okay.
I mean, I do a minimum. I do a minimum of 7 if I hit you.
No, we shouldn't fight.
I use 7 to 13. It's a pretty good range.
But to be honest with you, I don't really want to chase
I just
down
have to hit things.
this villain without my good friend, Miniature Frog.
Yeah, I
realize this is an audio medium and pointing doesn't translate well, but I pointed at
right.
Bogford.
I'm
You're a miniature frog friend too.
I'm an average sized frog friend. Thank you very much.
That's quite insensitive of you. That average.
I'm gonna go.
That's quite insensitive of you.
I'm gonna go cry into a beer because everyone hates me.
It's 10 a.m.
It's a little later than that.
I know.
Okay.
It's 7:30 in the morning. Don't you have an outstanding DUI?
Pat tells you specifically.
What's up, love?
So yeah, I heard you were asking about the all the wine theft.
Yes.
Back off. Oh wait. I was saying she says that to him. It's much too dangerous for the likes of you.
I do have a question.
What'd you find out at the Silver Chalice?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Also, I did have a question for you.
Yes.
How, just out of curiosity, how much gold does one get for working at a bar like this one?
That really depends on the personality. I make a pretty good living.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't give you any specifics. She's
Of course
coy.
not. Of course not. I'm putting the whole subplot of the mission aside. I'm really trying to.
Okay.
Okay? Because currently I have 4 fucking suspects in that side plot, and Pat's one of them. So, I need to set it aside until that one comes back. Can we please, like, throw him in an arena or something? Go fight shit.
Alright.
And we're at the arena now.
You point a fighter in a direction, they're gonna swing a sword.
Yeah. Like, okay. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Oh, sorry, Bog.
That painting looked at me the wrong way.
Hurtful.
Literally, I hit you with a sword.
Yeah.
Crunch.
Hello, friend.
I am Cody. I am best friend.
Yeah, you are.
I would also like to say
What's up,
I'll make
dude?
sure to tell Frodo that.
that Evelyn Bogford.
What?
Thank you.
Did you write down your new song ability and the song action for Matilda?
Would their ship name be Glorpford or
I just want to make sure that you got the message. So I was talking about it in group chat,
Lard?
and Jim said you were very excited about the fact that you have new abilities associated with Matilda.
What were they?
I texted it to you and forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Well,
additional damage per attack, wasn't it?
and the
2, I think.
the weapons and armor page should have information on that, but we can do that later.
Okay.
I just want to let you know that it's there before I forget. And also before I forget, the ingredients.
Yeah, that doesn't show the difference. Just tells me to look it up.
The
I did
Hey,
text.
look it up. That's what you call him.
the Rainbow Sprinkle Vomit Potion.
Potion of barf.
Yes. The potion induces vomiting, but the vomit is rainbow-colored sprinkles. The ingredients.
I'm showing the
Oh, got it.
update.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you write cacophony down too? Cacophony.
Cacophony.
Potion of barf.
Potion of barf. The ingredients, there's 4 of them. First, I put them from most common to These common.
Mm-hmm.
First one is going to be cream.
Mm-hmm.
Second is sugar. Third is citron mango juice. And lastly is rainbow lotus petals. And I'm going to say that at any point you can get cream. You don't want to carry cream on you forever because it'll go bad.
Yeah.
So don't do that. And I'm going to say that you already collected the sugar.
Cool. Thank you.
Of course. So other things, if you do not wish to do the wine thief stuff, it is very late afternoon right now. I'm going to say it's about 5 o'clock. They were late to rise for whatever reason. And
They were getting down with it.
Party too hard.
Getting down with the sickness.
you do know that there is also the performance by the Guardians.
Yeah, I don't care.
Tonight. Totally fine. And that...
Is Queen playing? They're old enough to have been around this time.
Jesus. Just this straight face thing right now.
I should say this. I realize that I'm interrupting you, and I'm sorry.
I've seen Queen in concert.
Do you guys want to do the wine thief storyline, even though you're becoming in like midway through, or would you rather do something new isn't coming in partway through? Because I realize I'm sort of cutting it off.
Oh, but I feel like we're gonna be here next time to still hop in halfway through. That way, or can at least see it through.
Okay.
That one.
Okay, that's fair.
And given the time, you imagine that there's probably not a whole lot going on at the arena, but you can still visit, of course. There is the arena, Fighters Guild, Hunters Guild. There's no Mages Guild here.
Stupid piece of shit town.
Apologies.
No, that's fine. It's God's fault.
It's not enough already. You don't need it.
I don't know how to take what you just said, especially since you're very obviously drunk after crying into a beer. It's 10 a.m.
I'm not drunk after one beer.
Oh.
It's 5 p.m.
Yeah.
What? I look at Pat. What time is it?
It's about 5. I started an hour ago.
Dear gods. I took a
Since
lot
it's
longer
5
to
o'clock,
investigate than
though.
I thought.
Can I have another wine?
I'm sorry?
Since it's 5 o'clock, though, can I have another wine?
Another wine.
Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I can stop drinking beer. Give me some whiskey.
Pat turns around and grabs the same wine
Yeah.
from last night. Great. I'm going to have to charge it, though.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I appreciate it.
And gets the whiskey.
Is it a whiskey in a
This
jar?
is going to be together.
No.
Are you together?
No.
Oh.
It's only episode 6.
Okay.
What?
I'm going to do. I'm going to do 1 gold piece, and then
I think this is 18.
18. Okay, and then 1 gold piece for you as well. Just a nice whiskey.
I didn't have anything.
Can I have it free? I would like to. That's his version of trying to persuade somebody.
May I, please?
No, I'm sorry, dear. We have to start charging. The free stuff was only able to last for so long because of the entertainment and Felix's regards and such.
What if I win in the arena?
That would be great. I imagine if
Then
you
you can
have,
buy
Then
a
you
lot
can
of
afford to
drinks.
pay
yeah, I
her.
imagine you have enough reputation in the Fighters Guilds and win some arena battles. That would be amazing, and maybe someone would be willing to pay for you. Or are you a fighter? just realizes
insulted at that.
the weird like just out of left field like question. It's like she finds the humor in it and chuckles and just kind of goes like, I haven't seen you. I haven't even heard of you. Like,
Wow.
It's alright, none of us have, really.
scathing.
I mean, but to be fair, I'm not from here whatsoever. I haven't seen you prior to yesterday.
I want to go to the arena.
I think my character's just found motivation.
I want to make a name for myself.
That is part of it, yeah. Sort of. We're in the same ballpark.
You would like to go to the arena. Do you leave right now?
Yes. Without saying a word to the other two.
I'm gonna follow along.
I will actually watch him leave, and I'm like, Alicia?
She collects the 2 gold pieces and stares at you walking away oddly. So, have you talked to Drake about doing any more performances?
Oh, I should. I would like to, yes.
Wonderful. He'll be in a little while. But now, you and Felix were so great together. And then, in that moment, Felix shows up.
We make him say his name backwards as he disappear.
I believe so. You can try.
I'm not here, though.
You pass by Felix as you're leaving.
I go for a high five.
What's a strange gesture?
Yes. He's like, happy.
And it's the first time he smiled from a social interaction since he met him. Since he met Courtney.
He returns the high five happily and looks rather amused. And he asks,
Yeah.
or rather he says, hey, you seem to be off in a hurry.
I gotta go fight stuff.
Fighting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting what stuff?
Wherever they point my sword at.
That's a bit chaotic, don't you think?
Well, I don't know what they have in the arena here, so...
Oh, the arena. Oh. Well, I've been there a few times myself.
I'm sure you did the halftime show.
That's nice. I've made a killing, but I'm betting.
Oh, so figurative killing. I see what you did there.
Yes. They're really good.
I know.
But yeah, those are better than anywhere to be. You say Dungeons and Dragons on it?
Yeah, it's D&D themed, at least for this bag. But now you want a bag.
Yeah.
Or you want to try one.
The texture is not as hard as you would expect.
Okay.
They're mostly gummy.
Are they very sour?
Ish.
Like, just a little.
Find out for yourself.
Live. Be one with nature.
We don't have a druid in the party.
Good luck to you. And also maybe if you're interested in the arena, because I haven't seen you fight there before, perhaps check in with the Fighters Guild ahead of time.
I shall do that. You should bet on me.
Oh. Well, why would I do that?
Because I'm going to win every fight I am in.
This false confidence will lose you many battles.
It's not false. I'm playing with my 0 cunning.
Well, I believe time will tell on that one. And he walks into the bar.
That must have hurt.
Thank you. He doesn't respond.
Just slap his butt.
No. That was him walking into the bar.
The bar is made of hands.
It's called the hand job.
Dude. You. Okay, did you go to the arena or the
I'll follow him.
Fighters Guild?
I like to
Fighters
follow
Guild.
him, by the way.
Fighters Guild. You see Felix come into the tavern. You get up, and you leave.
Yeah.
Did you see the high five? It was awesome.
And I believe you said you were going.
I wanted to follow too, yeah.
You wanted to follow too. I just remember that.
So are you following me together, or are you just making a train behind me?
I was just about to say.
I will be making a train. I will not be gathered with you because I don't want to give the impression that I like. Yeah.
I'm walking beside you.
They're running a train for me.
Boggy. Felix winks at you as he crosses your path.
And I just like
Boggy is
wave
aroused.
hi hello with my hat.
And he sees you and he does a very gentlemanly like half nod.
Hello. Don't tell anyone about my letter.
What letter?
What letter?
I told you not to tell anyone!
Perhaps you should quiet your voice down a bit.
I don't need to... Oh. Right.
We'll work on your subtlety another time.
What letter?
You don't need... Why is this a thing?
Get these away from me.
I don't think I need to.
You're
You're
like,
in my house.
you're like, I'm eating less of them because you're eating more.
Precisely. I'm diabetic. Help me. Help me.
No, it is very sour.
It's very sour?
Alright.
Her tolerance for sour and hot are both, well, let's say non-existent.
Gotcha. I have geographic tongue, and so sometimes if I have enough hot for like too long, like even if it's really, really mild, if I have like 5 bites of it, it's suddenly like killing me. It's the same thing with sour, but for these, they seem to be fine. But sour Skittles are murder.
These would
They
be
murder me. Yeah, those hurt me. Anyway.
I have eaten an entire bag of these in one sitting and couldn't taste anything for the rest of the day.
You were leading this friend train
Well,
To-
I am
Alright, hold
walking
on.
beside.
to the arena or the Fires Guild, and it dawns on you that you don't know where either one is. First off,
I asked the first person I saw. Which is Bog. My character's not an idiot.
You've do you ask Bog?
No,
Okay.
that's just technically the first person I saw.
The first person you see is a very young, but still old, like late teens, half elf, like really scrawny, like shaggy haired, like very beaten up tunic and ripped pants, walking by you and
Spit that word out.
pants, and he seems a bit disheveled, and also it seems like he's going to the never-ending night. Because you're still around the area, and he looks at you because you're kind of looking around for the first person, and when he makes eye contact with you, he seems kind of like almost like off-putting, like.
Where's the Fighters Guild? I need to kill something.
Jesus.
The Fighters Guild is in the upper. Dude. Bye.
Here's gold.
He leaves. Okay. He takes the gold from you.
Oh wait, not that one. It's the one with the heart on it. I switch it.
It's still a gold piece, but it just has a heart on it.
No, I switched the. I accidentally gave the heart one. I was switching it for one that doesn't.
Well, I like the one with the heart on it.
That one,
Please take the one with the hot on
that
it.
one means a lot to me.
That
Okay, well, no matter. It's in the upper district. It's toward the back. If you were to go to the Silver Chalice, it's about 2 buildings down. Can't miss it. It's on the right hand side off the main path.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, I'm
course.
taking notes on how to be a citizen. Pay people to be your friend. All right.
That's what I try to do with the heart gold.
Is there anything else I can
Does
I can
not always
do for
work.
you? He's very much like, I kind of want to stick around you now because you're
make more
paying
money.
me. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes, where's the arena?
Oh, it's actually here.
Turn around.
in the commons. It's just on the opposite end of the commons from the taverns.
I give him another gold.
If you want, I can like take
Good
you there.
boy.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. And I give him another gold.
Oh my god.
To the Fighters Guild first.
Okay. He walks you through the commons marketplace and up to a path that leads uphill to the upper district because elevation's a thing in this town. Like, that was a weird way to put it. And he walks past the Silver Chalice, points it out, and says, "That's the main tavern here in the upper district," and keeps on walking and points out the Fighters Guild is a very nice stone front, big, like, thick mahogany double doors.
Because you have to Aragorn it to get in. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's nice. Big old elaborate sign, fancy writing, like ye old Fighters Guild type of deal.
That was actually called a Thorpe, and it made a sound, not a ye sound. So it was it's just the old. That's why it's ye old, because the Y was the original TH.
Well, you know what? I really appreciate that little bit of insight in how language evolved. And I will make a note of that next time.
Great, here's 1 gold.
And then the halfling is still standing there, like, just pointing at it, and he's just like, did you want me to take you to the arena, or, like...
Nah, I'm good here.
Cool, well, I hope you have a good rest of your day.
You too.
And he just, like, walks away and
And then
walks
he went
back
and
towards
got-
the commons.
Then he went and died of alcohol poisoning because of all the drinks I just bought him.
Serves him right, idiot.
Your dog fell over.
Yeah, he does that.
He likes falling over. The three of you are standing, staring at the big double doors.
I Aragorn my way in. Acting like people should know who I am.
That's fitting.
Shouldn't they?
Yes. At least I think so.
You Aragorn your way in.
Killing a halfling.
It wheezes. No. You just go.
For those listening at home, that's referencing something you
Give
have
me-
no knowledge of.
Someone's opened the door wildly and it killed a halfling. Dead. Give me a strength check.
Oh yeah, I have dice right here.
Oh yeah, the thing that we do when we play D&D.
14 plus 5.
You successfully Aragorn your way in there. The doors make a very satisfying, but could have been louder, thud.
And I know it could have been louder.
It could have. Very satisfying though, like goosh on both sides. There's about a half a dozen people in like the seating. It's kind of like a lodge, so it's kind of like a tavern grill type of deal. About half a dozen people are sitting there eating, and like mid-bite hear that and turn to you, and they look at you, and they maintain eye contact for an alarming amount of time, and you can only guess like what they're thinking, like who the fuck is this guy, and so on and so forth. But you've made your entrance known.
Who's in charge here? That's obviously
I
the
pull out
fir-
my notepad.
'Cause that's obviously who I need to talk to, right?
Obviously. I'm gonna say that there's actually 7 patrons here, and
Write that down.
Write that down for your song. 7
For-
patrons that all ganged up on Aloysius.
You're like, oh, they're gonna kick his ass.
They're gonna kill him.
it's mostly dwarves sitting here.
Oh, fuck.
There's a half elf and a human. The dwarves are too drunk to care to answer. The half elf looks really confused, and the human, noticing all of this, goes, "It's Genjin. Have you not been here before?
No, I haven't.
Who walks in that way to a new establishment? He
I do.
looks sober as hell, and he's in the middle of a very nice,
Yeah.
fish dinner.
The next champion of your arena. That's who.
Wonderful. He stands up. He leaves his dinner. He walks over to you. Extends a hand.
I grip it firmly.
Decent grip. Who might you be?
I am Sir Aloysius von Fortescue III.
Sir Fort.
That'll work.
My name is Gray. I'm one of the
So
assistants.
an A or an E?
It's with an E.
Greay.
Yes.
Gray.
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 I'm one of the assistants that train squires here. I have a feeling that I'll be seeing you a lot. Because
How did you know?
I don't think you're going to be jumping into an arena immediately.
We'll see.
However, if you do prove yourself quickly, then I'm sure we can make that happen.
In 6 to 7 months.
Yeah. Genjin is upstairs.
It's like, well, I guess I'm retiring this character.
He's he just stays here for 6 months.
Yeah, well, the rest leave.
Genjin normally retires to.
Oh, you're retired?
Hi-
I'm kidding. I didn't say that.
I,
He's not that stupid.
it's okay. He usually heads upstairs to his room around early dinner time. He eats early. He wakes early. Very busy man.
Old.
No, well, he's actually don't know his exact age. Come to think of it. That's a good question to ask him.
Is it really? Are you old?
Are you old? No.
He just goes,
But for the time being, I mean, obviously we have to admit you and everything. So for the time being, you're free to use the Fighters Guild here, just as a tavern place to stay. There's not a whole lot I can do for you right now, aside from maybe just helping you get a little bit better acquainted with the place. Like if you want a tour or something.
oh, yeah, I'd like a tour. I give him a gold.
Right. He takes your gold, and he gives you a tour. He's like, great. Well, this is the main lodge area. A lot of fighters come together and they talk about fights and tactics and so on and so forth. It's usually a lot more active earlier in the day, but as the day gets later and later, it kind of winds down a little bit. Mostly drunk dwarves. Says under his breath. As you walk in, on the left, you're going to see everything to do with your reputation within the guild. Like you got the reputation. Sorry. You get it basically shows you an area where you can get like assign yourself like reputation quests, the stuff to earn more clout within the guild. Reputation vendor, like select items are awarded for people as you rank up. And then as you go in on the right, it's a more common area. It's where you're gonna find like your kitchen, chamber pots, rooms, so on and so forth. And upstairs, for the most part, don't really go up there right away, but that's where most of the training goes on. It's where Genjin is usually. But aside from that, feel free to. I mean, have you eaten yet? You can eat with me if you want.
No, I don't think I have eaten.
They seem very accepting of you.
You should try it.
This may be your kind of people.
Wow, I just rolled really well. He's like,
Have you finished your song yet? I imagine you've been writing a song during this entire time while we've been introduced to these folks.
I've just been soaking it all in.
All right. It's coming, though. It's down the pipe.
I mean, always. Could go with some first
They all
food,
seem
though.
like a very unique bunch. I really appreciate the tip for the very simple tour. You can all join me at my table if you want. I could scrounge up some like leftover stuff from earlier in the day if you haven't eaten.
I can eat.
Sounds good.
Quinn feels uncomfortable.
Eat with us. Please.
All right.
The please got me.
Feel like that's a -5 because of the please.
Yeah.
It was actually a +1, but sure. And it's unlucky 13 then, which means it's my bad luck, which means I sit down with them.
Just wasted that.
Yeah, you did.
Let's roll a 20 for nothing.
You wasted it.
Gray walks back to the table, and when he walks back to the table and sits down, you notice that he's favoring his left leg a little bit more than his right. And
Do I?
It's pretty obvious.
Okay.
I'm not going to make a little perception on that. He has a little bit of gray in his black hair. He looks pretty experienced. A couple of battle scars.
Is Gray his name or his nickname?
You don't know. He introduced himself as Gray. He gestures widely to the table for you all to join, if you wish.
I sit down immediately.
Yep. I pluck out a little tune
I
while we're
will-
just
I pat
snacking
the-
together.
I pat
the
the
same.
next to me.
He takes a bite of the fish and then realizes, oh, I haven't gotten your food yet. I'm so sorry. Stands back up and heads off to the right-hand side where he said like the kitchens
I
and stuff were.
pull a chair next to me and
I reach for the fish.
Yeah?
No, I'm not gonna take his food. Not that much of an
That's
idiot.
something that Drew would have done.
Yeah.
I will begrudgingly sit next to this one, but if you start getting handsy, I am leaving. That's
Does it
fine.
count if it's on myself?
That's fine. God.
Feeling himself out. I'm going to say 2 moments pass. Which is roughly 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a minute and a half.
And he comes back with a couple of long loaves of bread, like baguettes, and 3 separate bowls of stew, all on a tray. Clatters it down on the table.
Did we know this stew?
You recognize it as a pretty ordinary-looking beef stew.
Oh, isn't? It's not like a halfling named Stew.
I swear to God, Jim, there will be a day where I end you.
I grab one of the baguettes, offer one to Boggy, and go like, sword fight.
He looks at the baguettes being used as swords and goes, "That's the fighting spirit and all, but that's food, not
Just
clubs."
eat it.
I was always told that you could fight with your food, just don't play with it.
I was debating whether or not I would very inappropriately parry one with my actual sword. Decided not to.
I just
Huck your sword at the
Take a
bread,
bite
then call
out of
it
it.
back. What a flex.
He's in the middle of finishing his supper and asks,
I set Flashblade on the table next to me.
"You've got to tell me more about yourselves. Surely there's a story here." And he looks at Flashblade. You see him notice it.
Name's Bogford Bugucket, musician extraordinaire.
Bogford Bugucket, musician extraordinaire. I'm Gray. It's a pleasure to meet you. We've met.
We have
I
the very model of the modern Major
I
General.
am Quinn
Quinn. It's a pleasure. I'm Gray.
of South.
Quinn of South.
I've never heard of South. Where's South? It's north.
Well, Haven is pretty north, so
That's
most
my
places are
type.
probably going to be south compared to us.
Precisely.
Keeping it vague, I like it.
There's always one.
There's always one. Oh, Quinn. What brings you to Haven?
Him. And that one. They're both very loud and ostentatious with their verbiage, but also they have great personalities. Please take them from me because they need an adopting of from a good person. They really are good people. They just don't understand that.
You know we're like adults, right?
Gray stops eating.
I think I might actually be older than you. I don't know.
But you're both shorter than me.
How old are you? How old is Quinn?
How old am I? Quinn actually says this out loud. How old am I? Age equivalent of 25.
Oh, you are older than me. 23.
Yeah. Take that. Rewind it back. Come on, you can sing it. It's alright.
I take Flashblade out of...
Ludicrous and couldn't make a big
grab
smack.
I grab Flashblade, I toss it in the air, and I call it back while it's in the air.
Yes, also, he does things like this. We're calling attention to himself. So, as I say, he's a good person. There, I said it. He just needs adopting.
As
from a
you
good
pick up
person.
Flashblade and make a sudden motion with it, you see Gray literally straighten his back in the chair as if he's about to get up or act really quickly, and he notices
Like
it
he's about to
in the
end
air.
me.
Yeah, he notices it in the air, and he seems really worried, and then you snap it back into your hand, and he's suddenly like mesmerized.
It was a gift from Ramu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a gift from Ramu, you say.
Mm-hmm.
He means Lord Rama.
Thank you, I know.
Okay.
Directly from
You're
him.
telling me
We spoke with him.
that you are a chosen warrior of Rama, and you say it's Ramu?
I, as a player, did not know how to pronounce it.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if the character actually pronounced it that way. Okay.
That was a player error.
Okay, that's okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, so you do that. He says, a champion of Rama. You were gifted a magical blade. And so you think you can go into the arena immediately and quell all of your opponents in of Rama, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Have you ever fought a real battle?
Yes. Recently.
Do share.
Did you just call him a douche-hair?
I give him the details of the fight in the temple.
There wasn't anyone in the temple.
No. Except for shadows.
We were in the temple.
I was right next to you.
Didn't I tell him the story of the Dragonborn that I kicked in the face?
It's more of the shenanigans that I like to hear about. Typical people from the Fighters Guild, always up to some type of bar racket. But good, he deserved it probably.
We're friends now, but...
I bet you are.
Is there another fight? We did do another fight as we
We were
escaped.
kidnapped.
That's right.
There were demons.
As we escaped, we yeah.
Kidnapping.
Mhm.
The demons? Talk about the demons from the mist.
Killed a few of those.
They're freaky.
There they are.
A friend of ours tried to eat one. It didn't go well.
Maybe there's a little more to you than I foresaw. Fine.
I thought you were going to say that meets the eye and be really insulted.
We're in like the upper,
Mhm.
nicer area now,
Yes.
right?
This is the upper district.
Okay. I might also just ask if could find citron mango juice up here.
Are you doing that right now?
Yeah.
Just in the middle of this conversation? I love it. Do it if you want.
Please
If
do.
you leave, I will actually go with you, thinking that I've like successfully like passed you on to somebody better than myself.
All right, so go ahead.
And that's how Alois just leaves the campaign. You just hear about him like 16 sessions later. Oh, you won the tournament. You became
cool.
king. What? You think we're not going back
All
there?
but
It's a hellhole now.
do you know if I could find like citron mango juice? juice around here anywhere.
Citron mango juice. That is oddly specific. So citron mangoes, they don't really grow around here. You'd have to go to the southern part of the continent.
Oh, okay. No, like, fancy shops around that, like...
Yeah, he a good boy.
What are they gonna do?
Fancy food stuff shops, they might carry it, but it would probably be bad. They don't really last very long.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean,
You know, I
to
do-
take a mango from the southern part of Rosalia, and several days travel all the way up here.
That's fair.
That's fair.
You know,
It's
we
not bad.
could ask at the Silver Chalice, which is the high-end tavern that I visited earlier today, if they had a high-end drink, they could have it there.
All right.
If that's a possibility, absolutely. I'm not.
I offer you my hand.
I just get up.
Very fair. I open the door for you. I slam it shut. And then I grab the other one and I slam it shut. Because apparently there were two that were ostentatiously opened.
You
And I didn't mean anything by it.
You leave Gray in the middle of dinner, and he's still talking with Sir Fort. He notices your departure being very loud. And we leave Gray and Fort there. The two of you head to the Silver Chalice, a couple doors down.
Is my bouncer friend still outside?
Ooh, that's a good question. He would not be.
Okay, I walk in.
Okay. You walk in. Boggy. The Silver Chalice. It's beautiful. It's much nicer than the Neverending Nights. In terms of both clientele and the materials in which everything is made. The chairs are sturdy, heavy, stools, same. Stone, like nice stone, big wooden support beams. It's got the whole kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like a vaulted ceilings. It's gorgeous.
The acoustics are nice.
Yeah.
I bet the acoustics are nice.
Nice rugs. It's gorgeous. Most of the clientele here looks kind of like Quinn in terms of their apparel. You can find a nice mix of humans and half-elves primarily. There is, let's see here. I'm going to say it's roughly 6 o'clock now. And I'm going to say no. Okay. I'm going to say that there is a lonely but well-dressed Skaven in the corner, seeming to mind their own business with their own drink, kind of away from everyone. There is also 2 dark elves in a neighboring table, kind of doing their own thing, not really mixing with the crowd at the bar itself, of course. And there is always a passed out dwarf at any bar, but this one is a little bit nicer dressed. That's the only difference. You see Lila working the bar. Lila is a white furred Khajiit tabaxi with bright blue eyes.
She's very cute.
Very cute, very bubbly personality, and she's also short, so she has to do the cute little hop to get up to the bar counter to talk and serve with people. To serve and talk with people is what I meant to say. There we go.
While walking in here, all thought of anything. I have to play here. I've forgotten any other reason I've come here now. That's my new
Then may I take them up to the bar and go hello, you're very cute again. My friend has a question.
Oh, hello again.
Is your tavern in need of entertainment?
That's not why we came. Wait, that's not why we came in here.
Oh, right. I'll ask that
That's-
second.
That's sad because we could have used someone. Are you sure?
What?
Yeah, we didn't have any event planned for tonight.
You lead. I'm not gonna take your thunder.
Yeah, if you want to play for tonight, it's kind of a spontaneous gig, so the pay wouldn't be that good. But have you performed anywhere in Haven?
Yes, in fact. Just last night, Felix and I played at
Oh,
What was the place called?
a never-ending night.
the Never Ending Night.
How did you know that?
They're terrific. So anyone good enough to play with Felix is welcome here.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and I mean this will be kind of like a trial run, but around right now would be when entertainment usually starts setting up, like dinner
Sounds
time.
good.
I just
So-
pulled Matilda off my back.
If you
All set.
if you start playing, I'm sure we can figure out a price afterward, depending on people's reaction.
All right. Was not expecting. I was expecting to be put on like a booking.
Payment is contingent on the excitement of the crowd. That's cool. Get them excited.
Get them real sauced up.
Play the thong song. They'll love it.
They'll love it.
Oh no! If they're just like him, and I know that's what he likes, I might try it.
Everybody who dresses like me loves the thong song. Make it canon, Jeffrey. Make it canon.
Oh, the thong song. I love that. And
See?
that's what they say, like exactly like that every time. Oh, the thong song. I love that. It's just like the exact same audio cut, basically. I don't edit my videos, but I would. If I would have done that if I did that. Oh my goodness.
It's like the
gracious.
Lego movie with Everything is Awesome. Oh, my
Everything
favorite
is
song.
cool when you're part
Oh,
of
my
a
favorite
team.
song.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite song.
You-
your favorite song?
You notice Baxter, the half giant,
Yeah.
coming out from one of the side like storage rooms. He kind of like bumbles his way over.
He's holding a bottle of wine.
He is actually holding a bottle of wine and is kind of like fidgeting with the top of it and like the label. It's kind of like a nervous fidgeting. And
Baxter.
he goes into the
Hi, Chad.
behind the bar counter. Yes,
What are you doing with that wine bottle?
I'm stalking. What is
You
it?
know how suspicious this looks.
Stalking.
I
starts the
don't.
same way as
I work here. This is fairly regular.
Alright.
Lila goes, cool down. It's okay.
I apologize. I work for the gods, so I'm getting my head too big. So I apologize.
You actually see a couple of the nicest dressed people at the bar turn and look at you and give you disgusted looks.
I scoff back at them.
They begin minding their own business.
So I
and
thought.
Baxter picks up his pace a little bit and puts the wine on the shelf,
I cast Fireball.
blowing the bar up.
Now that he's back, can I retcon real quick that before as we leave, just like let us know before you fight.
Yes, of course. Now, the Silver Chalice is beginning to fill with more and more people as the night goes on, and as you're setting up. Lila's becoming quite busy and using Baxter as an assistant. Instead of stocking and cleaning, he is now slinging drinks, bringing out foodstuffs. The clientele, for the most part, is, as I described, they're wealthier, nicer dressed, mostly humans and half-elves. Get the occasional different types of variety of elves. There's always a pastel dwarf. You get the picture. They all...
I swear you said pastel dwarf.
Pastel dwarf. Pastel dwarf. Sorry. Pastel dwarf.
I was digging that image.
Yeah. You notice as you're setting up, you feel some eyes on you. as you're tuning and such. And you suddenly
Look at your shoulder and
feel
those eyes on
you
me.
suddenly feel really high expectations, as if this is a crowd that's going to be hard to please.
A little better than last time.
Yeah, that's my concern.
You see the dark elves I mentioned before not even noticing you, basically. But the Skaven is locked eyes with you.
Wink and lick your eye.
Such a good noise. You know what I love about this is that this is legitimately, I think, the first campaign I ran where someone is basically just doing like their job / hobby for the first few sessions in order to make the only money that you guys have, basically.
I keep giving it
I'm not
away.
worried about money. He keeps giving his away for charity.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
I decided when I spent all of my money on those potions, that was a thing for him. He just doesn't know the value of money.
Is this empty?
Yes.
I would say that you have a slight bit more knowledge of the value of money, given like your past and stuff. Like you're not completely clueless.
No,
But
I just don't really care about it.
yeah. Okay, that's more specific. Thank you. As the silent draws on of you setting up, you feel the eyes become a little heavier. And you suddenly get a little bit of the stage fright that you mentioned beforehand.
I personally feel that quite a lot. Didn't think this through. With my history of playing the different crap.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I have an idea. Go ahead.
Playing different kinds of stuff. Can I kind of pick up a vibe of what sort of song I should start with?
That's a good question.
Instead of a ballad.
You figure that since most of the
Okay, so we don't
clientele
have this
is
for
human or
weeks.
some variant type of human, like half elf, you also notice some very strange looking humanoid types, like changelings, but they listen to somewhat similar music. That
She's got a lot of key changes.
mostly stick to something a little bit more like regal sounding.
Okay.
Something that would be a little bit more common in, say, wow, I'm fucking drawing a huge blank right now. Oh my god. Why is this so hard for me? God, I'm doing such a bad job right now with fucking DM. I'm embarrassed. Wow.
that a tiny
I'm so
strawberry?
stupid. Linnell. You think maybe the same type of music that you'd play in Linnell would probably be good here.
Okay.
Regal, slightly more whimsical vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit more jaunty. Go back and forth between whimsical and jaunty. Regal. Those are like
Yeah.
3 good descriptors of what I can give you.
I'm gonna start with one that
So
like
down
starts
with the
off.
sickness would work, right?
100%. It's a hell of an opener.
No, I'm gonna start with something that starts off like slow but builds into that more like jaunty.
You guys don't appreciate it, but your kids will.
You start with something a bit slow, a little more mellow.
The like
Soft.
opening notes are the
Little
like
bit
soft
build.
mellow that builds into the by the end of the song it's like a more jaunty tune. It's like a build into it, you know?
Oh, so all within the same song.
Yeah. To
You
where it's not
see-
a long period of the slow music. It's just the
Right.
first open.
Just the
yeah.
entrance, yeah. You see the Skaven squint eyes at the like slowness. Some of the more nicely dressed people are starting to notice they're turning their heads now at the bar, watching you play. And you see some smiles, you see some side chatter. Give me a D20.
Which one's not gonna fuck me
2
up?
D20 actually.
Okay. Separately or at the same
Separately.
time? 14
Is that
and 4.
Yeah,
Do they get her bonuses?
Yes, they do.
So
That's for singing, right? The music one.
First one. First one's gonna get all your bonuses, and it's gonna include your cunning.
so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Sounds about right.
And then the second one is...
Second one is going to be a natural roll with whatever out of combat bonuses.
So 7.
Okay. Your playing is wonderful, and that's why people were looking. But then you start singing.
I wasn't going to sing here. I was just going to play with...
You're just doing an instrumental?
Yeah.
I can be nice. You that's true, you didn't specify. I just always assumed that you were the singing type. I can go ahead and take away the second D20 roll. You just play really, really nice music. And then when you start playing into the faster paced stuff, I'm gonna need a second D20,
Okay.
and it's gonna be your dexterity.
Okay, at least have something there. 16 plus dex, 17.
Okay.
Do I get the plus 3 as well, or?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
30,
you're,
20.
You're doing good. Yeah. Dude, when you like drop the bass and like it gets a little bit faster, you captivate most of the crowd, and and you specifically get the Skaven to be like moving his head, like
You're trying to get the tail to twitch, though.
you need to get that tail to twitch. At this point, the Dark Elves also perk up a little bit, and you notice that their discussion that they've been having this whole time has become a little more lively. The passed out dwarf awakens to the music as if it's like an alarm clock of some type. You see the dwarf drunkenly get up from the table and hobble over, or not hobble, but like waddle over to the bar.
A limp over.
And a dwarf appears next to you, Quinn, and very noisily slaps his arms on the counter and says, "Lila, think we'll go to Barf."
Where is he presently pointing? Is it towards the
It's pointing slightly up and slightly to the right.
He's gonna
like forward
asphyxiate.
facing, slightly to the right, facing up, making like a throaty kind of noise. And then like throws his head down and is leaning over the bar.
I don't know if cure really counts for this. Blind, stun, bleed, and poison.
You see Baxter
You're
getting...
gonna sober him up.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna cast cure on him.
You cast Cure on him.
20.
Nat 20.
You see his situation, and immediately when he throws his head down, you instinctively go and make slight contact with the side of his head, and you see him react to the wand like, ah! Baxter comes over with a bucket
Good boy.
and gestures, and he looks confused, and the dwarf wipes his mouth. He looks at you, looks at Baxter, and stands up and walks backward away for a little bit, bumps into someone.
You alright there, lad?
Was that you?
Baxter, I want to apologize. I completely ignore the dwarf. I said, Baxter, I would like to apologize for my reckless accusations earlier. You are a very selfless, kind individual, and I apologize for my behavior. I look back at the dwarf and go,
He puts the bucket down and just kind of goes like,
Did
thank
you
you.
get closer to me again?
No, it's like he's slightly leaned over the bar because you complimented him. He's like, thank you. Could I do anything for you?
No, not at all. I'm enjoying the show.
It's very lovely music.
I agree.
And
I mean, look at
Lila's like super duper busy, and he notices it's just like, I have to go help
Of
Lila,
course.
and he returns to work. And the dwarf is now tapping you on your shoulder.
What?
Was that you?
What was me?
Did you tapped me with something and I feel so much better. I could have swore I was going to just vomit everywhere.
Well, you probably will.
I'm speaking normally. I usually slur.
Yeah, isn't that great being pure of mind and body?
I actually kind of hate it. But I feel great right now.
I
It's so
apologize
refreshing.
for any intervention that I may or may not have procured. Procured? Whatever. Bequeathed.
He said grief.
No, I'm used to that type of lingo from the higher ups.
Are you not one?
I'm a little out of my league here.
Dude, I don't have any beer. Yeah, cups are right there. Actually, no, sorry. What am I doing? Right side. Nope. Nope. Yep.
It's like, I don't want to lie to you since you've cured me, but...
How did you know that was the spell?
So you did fix me.
I didn't say one way or another.
Listen, I just came across these clothes. They were actually a gift, but I don't really make a whole lot of money. But I like to wear these and come to the nicer bars because they have better drinks, and typically people aren't shitting themselves, so it's nice.
Yes. Instead, we have you pretending to be of higher class, about to throw up on the very nice bar and the very adorable kitty over there. I don't doubt that you are a swell fellow when you really try to be, but do understand there is more to life than just trying to drown oneself in drink. For what it's worth, yes, it was I that intervened in your vomitous behavior.
Has Alice just been kicked out of the Fighters Guild yet?
That's a good question.
And I do not regret it.
You're still speaking with Gray. He's asking you a lot of questions.
I figured.
And the dwarf... You see the dwarf take in a lot of what you say. And he leaves.
I turn my full attention to this
He'll
one.
be dead within the day.
He tries to change his whole life, ends up getting killed.
Runaway
Yeah.
card.
The world doesn't accept him for being
It's like that American dad
not the
joke.
typical
with the
dwarf.
It's like the American dad joke with the
Really
drug
gets
addict
hit.
bird. Comes out of his one day with his one day chip and gets hit with a stray arrow.
Your performance is riveting. Or should I say, riveting?
This is really good audio.
May I have some Sour Patch Kids, please?
Am I pour or just hand it?
Pour. I'm going risky with the pour.
You're gonna get some.
Oh
you
yeah,
might
oh
get
yeah,
some dust.
oh yeah. Oh man, look at all this dust. All right.
Not pure vitamin C. Stick acid.
Would you like a little bit of time passage for after the performance? Is there anything that you would like to do in the Silver Chalice in the meantime?
I'm gonna idly keep my mind on the mystery of last session. If I see any suspicious fellows wandering towards where I know where the cellar is, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on that, especially if they're shorter.
They've been dimension dooring in though.
That's kind of what I've been wondering, if it's either a child somehow, or teleportation, or something like that. Anyway. But he insists the
How short's
locks
the
keep
cat?
breaking, so...
How short's the cat?
How short's the thief?
No, the white tabaxi, Khajiit.
Oh,
About a
Khajiit.
meter.
Yeah, I would say
Does
she's
Khajiit-
about 4 feet tall.
Does Khajiit have wares?
Oh, she's taller than me.
And this Khajiit does have wares.
Many wine and beer.
Mini wine and beer and stuffs.
Mini wine and beer, so they're small.
Mini. Oh.
You will end me
I'm
one
gonna
day.
go ahead and fast forward a little bit. The crowd is much thicker. You've attracted more people to the Silver Chalice successfully, and you see when you see Lila when you are finished playing, kind of seems sad, like, oh, it was so good.
puff off
And
my chest
she
a little.
she does gesture for you to come to the bar.
You can do an encore check.
This is the part where we get free drinks for a week.
Encores are for lowly commoners.
Amazing.
This crowd doesn't ask for the entertainment to do anything extra. They simply accept the performance for what it was and are satisfied. How boring.
How appropriate.
The wizard is never late.
Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
But you do get a very nice, like, resounding applause. But it's
I
nothing
do
way
it
over
big.
the top. And Lila gestures for you to come over to the bar.
And I do.
And fires you for that bow.
You open your mouth and speak, and they're like, "That's your voice."
Lila calls out to Baxter and gives Baxter like a head nod. And you see Baxter leave into another room. And she looks at you and says, "So, obviously someone of your talents who's played with Felix does attract quite a nice crowd. So, we're very thankful for you to be able to perform on the spot. I was a little worried about tonight. But we did get quite a bit of business, so..."
At this rate, Quinn's gonna go on a quest and we're just getting jobs.
Basically. She's all like...
Oh, backup character time.
And she says, "Baxter will be bringing your payment soon enough. Please make yourself at home if there's anything you need, hon."
I do have a question. Do you possibly have any citron mango juice?
As a mixer.
Citron mango juice.
Give me
That's a rarity.
Or know where I could find it?
That's a pretty high-end drink. I have some. It's one of the nicer juices that we use for our like really exquisite cocktails.
It's for their Silver Chalice. The house named drink.
Clever one. Oh, you're not there.
He's not there.
No. That was to the DM.
Yes. She brings out a very nice, tall, slender, light green glass bottle. And it's filled with juice. About 3/4 filled. She takes a small cup and pours maybe 2 ounces into it and slides it over to you. And puts it back.
How much is that?
I thought you were answering.
I'll have to call back.
I would normally charge 6 gold for just that amount. But it's on me.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on short notice.
Of course, it was an honor.
Do your friends need anything? Or friend, I should say, sorry.
What did you have at the Neverending Night?
My drink?
Yeah.
Lime water. I was boring.
I'm gonna order him that since he's on the other side of the bar.
Mm-hmm. So you tell her a lime water?
Yeah.
Lila accidentally laces it with rum. This is great lime water.
So she goes, "Oh, that's simple enough." Makes it so fast. And it's like already in front of you. Do you want me to deliver it?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Okay.
Thank you.
You see Lila walk the drink over to Quinn. Quinn, you see Lila give you a lime water with a little lime wedge on the side. Oh, nice.
And I'm just...
Are you flirting with me?
What if I was? Scoots a little bit closer.
Damn. I'm sorry, but I'm promised to another. But you're so cute. And beautiful. They're two very different things, but you are both.
It's a shame.
I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bogford's just on the other side of the bar, just...
What?
But what good is a promise if you break it, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And aren't things that are taboo just so much more exciting?
I was hoping you'd say that.
Especially when you don't cave into them.
She gives you a very coy, like little, smiling squint, And she leaves and goes back to Bogford. And slides someone a drink, literally on the way to Bogford. Just automatically. Baxter comes out from the back and has a little pouch. And he walks it over to Lila and stands behind her very awkwardly. And then kind of, gestures to her with it.
Hello, friend. Lick my eyeball.
Lila goes, "It's okay." And he goes,
Thank you.
It was really beautiful.
Thank you.
And he looks down, and then he walks away and starts wiping out glassware.
There's already a drink in that Baxter.
He just dunks.
He took my glass.
Yeah.
Baxter, come on now.
Just had to stand up.
Lila watches him walk away, and goes, "Isn't he the best?
He seems delightful.
He really is."
How much is it?
Oh, you counted? At the bar in front of her?
No.
I mean, considered rude. Because you're implying that you don't trust that.
Yeah,
they gave you the
no,
correct
I'm not gonna
amount.
go in front of her.
It wasn't an agreed amount. I was just curious if you were going to do it in front of her or in front of other people with prying eyes. Well,
I'm not gonna do it in front of her because that's rude. I might, go for a breath of fresh air and count it.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That was cocked. So do you do that right now?
Yeah.
3.6 quintillion gold. And the economy is broken.
I'm gonna go buy that castle.
You pick
By
up
Earth.
You pick up the juice. You take your pouch. You stand up and you start to make your way outside, and there is a Skaven of about equal height staring directly at you when you turn around to leave the bar.
Ah!
And he goes like, "Oh, I didn't mean to startle you, but I just had to say, what you played was incredible. Probably some of the best music I've heard played at the Silver Chalice in a long time. Since the last time Felix played here, I'd imagine."
Bogford fucking loves this place. They've never been so gassed up in their life. This is amazing.
Did you say that to him?
No,
Like in
no.
third person?
No, that is just
He's just
the
like,
emotional journey Bogford is on right
Yeah.
now is just
everything Bogford's ever wanted.
yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "I just wanted to give this to you.
Oh.
And hoping that you would play again."
Thank you.
He holds out his hand, and you can't see what it is in his hand, so you do the thing where you have it under his hand, and he drops
It's
it.
a bomb.
I want you to have
No,
this.
thank you.
This blows up immediately. No, it's it is a small pendant, or no, I'm gonna roll with that. I'm gonna say it's a pendant with a little lute on it, and it has some engravings on it, and it's in a different language though.
I'm gonna put it on immediately. This is the first fan gift I've ever gotten.
It's in Lapid for some reason. From a Skaven.
You actually give me a d20.
9.
9 plus you get 3 outside of combat.
Yeah.
It's over 10. I don't know
You
what it is.
recognize that the language is extremely foreign to you, and you have no hopes of reading it.
That's totally cool.
But it is a silver pendant on I'm gonna say a black cord with
Immediately put it on. This is first fan gift.
yes.
I've made it.
He's a fan. He goes back to the table and sits down after bidding you a farewell.
Was it a fond farewell?
A very fond farewell.
Bogford's
from, a
on
few
cloud
tables away.
9. That's the greatest day of my life.
When you count the gold, it's all silver.
No, this is
That's not even a currency.
What good is this? So like some economic like exchange?
It's stamped with like Silver Chalice bucks.
Hey, that could get me a lot more of that juice.
Silver Chalice bucks. That's so funny.
With an exchange rate of 20 to 1.
You do realize though that your juice is in like an open container.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're getting a shot, basically.
Yeah.
Do it. No, I gave Glorp the little vial that the barf juice came in.
You also don't know how long this juice is going to last in terms of freshness or quality. But you have it, and it's awesome.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna drink it.
It's a brilliant yellow color. It's as if it's like a sunny yellow.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna drink it. At least I'll know what I'm looking for.
It is extremely refreshing, and it invigorates you.
Oh hell yeah!
It's
That's a
going
good
to.
juice.
Oh yes, it's going to give you a +1 to your cunning
Ooh.
temporarily.
Yes. So how much gold did I get?
Yeah, you're counting it out. You
Now that I'm
find
outside to take a breath.
50 gold pieces.
In the first pouch. There's multiple pockets in this pouch.
There's a quadrillion other pouches.
It's a bag of holding. There's infinite pouches.
There's tons of pouches, countless pouches.
I want a bag of thieving where every time you reach into it, it's somebody else's bag of holding.
God.
Just take random crap. You have no idea what's
Yeah.
going to come out.
But it's always literally somebody else's.
That sounds fun.
It might even be funnier if it was always the same person's and they have no idea what's going on. Eventually they start like trying.
One of the
shit.
dark elves from the table gets up and goes to the bar and is about 2 seats away from you, Quinn. You see them gesture to Baxter. Baxter, all done up here. You see Baxter come over and he collects something from the dark elf, puts it away and says, "Thank you, we'll see you soon." And dark elf turns and walks away. The friend dark elf gets up around the time that he leaves the bar and leaves with him, leaving mostly eaten plates of food at the table.
Obviously, this means nothing, so I let it go.
And that thread dies now.
Would you like to do anything post performance or even during the performance? I can let you retcon a little bit.
No, I was kind of waiting to see if you were going to be so petrified that I'm like, do you need a bless to heal you from fear? But that was my idea in the kitchen. You didn't need it. You're fine.
I rolled good today.
You did good.
Afterwards, no, I would just kind of...
You're gonna go far, kid.
Afterwards, after you get your gold, I would just sort of wait for... Because I'm still learning how to be a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do start to wonder if this one survived your conversation.
Yeah, I check. Want to go back?
Yeah. You did great.
Thank
I
you.
do wonder if they're still talking. He can get talkative.
Maybe.
About friendship and loyalty and hot coins.
Give me
It's
a
because he's
D20,
a
Joe.
good friend. You know that, right?
I mean, I don't know him as... I haven't known him as long as you have,
This is
so
going
you
to
would
be
know
cunning,
better.
so I
I've
don't
known
think you're
him
adding
just as
anything
long
to
as
it.
you.
You were
Not
kidnapped before me,
Like
so therefore
30 minutes.
Not bad.
you know him literally longer than me.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm good with that. As the two of you are leaving, you see Boggy getting many like thumbs up, like yeah, it's good. Just like passerby, like, yeah, and a couple like solo applause.
How many permanent fans did they gain?
Bogford does not know, but there's at least one.
I was thinking like that could be the meaningless quote unquote stat that's tracked like cool points.
Oh yeah.
There'll be fans for Boggy.
You can get yourself +1 fans if you want to
Hell
keep
yeah.
up on that. You can keep track of fans that give you things specifically if you want to do it that way.
Fan
Oh, yeah.
mail.
There you go.
Yeah.
Plus
Fan
one.
mail +1. There you go. As you're leaving, you overhear a couple people on the main path in the upper district just walking by, and they're talking about, wow, what a great performance, and you realize that they weren't inside the Silver Chalice, and you're like,
I'm on cloud 9 still. I'm not questioning it.
Felix performed somewhere in an underground impromptu thing, like a rooftop concert.
a rooftop serenade. It's like, yeah, I can entertain the whole city, bitch.
Purely just to bite their performance.
It is two high elves walking by. They're talking about a performance, but you're on cloud 9.
High elves?
They are definitely high elves, and you don't know if they're high. But you did.
High elves.
You did catch a name. One of them said that Sir Orin sounded great.
Alright. Does he play the jug?
Maybe. You guys make it back to the Fighters Guild, where you left your friend, assuming friend,
I don't apologize.
Sir Ford. And you see Sir Ford. Sorry.
Upon sitting back down, I give him 10 gold.
What? Wait. Okay, thank you.
10 as well.
Okay.
That was close.
Sharing.
He's carrying.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Yeah.
So you all split up some gold. That's great. You see Sir and Gray. A deep
Locked in
conversation.
mortal
Oh,
battle.
sorry. A
have-
deep conversation, and Gray is actually a little bit more. He's speaking a little more loudly, a little more freely. Speaking a little more charismatic and really deep into the story that he is actually telling about one of his own exploits, and he's at the end and he says something along the lines of like, and that's how we got a TPK or something along those lines.
And that's why I don't have a kneecap anymore.
Yeah, basically is all like, and that's how I lost the hearing in my left ear. Yeah.
That's how and then they made me that king.
And
Chief. I don't know why I said king.
you notice that the patrons now have buggered off.
Oh, he's Scott.
And it's literally just Gray and just Sir at the last table talking it up.
Did we arm wrestle?
We could say that you did.
Cool. Who won?
I give you a roll.
17.
I rolled a 16. What's your strength?
12 plus 5.
Oh, 12 plus 5. Okay. You barely lost. It was close. And he actually respects how well you did. Because he is a strong individual himself. You know from speaking with him that he is one of the main trainers for the squires in the Fighters Guild. And he does some assignments himself. And sometimes he needs help. That's what you've gathered. He is a two-handed fighter style, and he uses mauls.
Galleria.
He's swinging the
I've got you now. 2 billion bludgeoning damage.
I've got you now, entire city block.
You'd be crushed by the weight of the old traffic. His meal is like completely like long gone. He's already cleaned up after himself and everything, and he's simply just having water before he goes to bed. And he's like, it's getting a little late for me, but tomorrow we'll talk with Ginjin and we'll get you signed up for the Fighters Guild. I'm assuming you're interested in joining the Fighters Guild.
Absolutely.
You don't want to just do arena battles.
Both, but yeah.
No.
But what do they do?
Do I have to be in the
Not
Fighters
fighting.
Guild to be in the arena? Do I know that?
Not technically.
Look at this judgment.
He actually does say it that way.
That was more
Not
informational
really.
for him. That was more informational for him.
Not technically. We do
Not really.
anyone worthy of fighting in the arena, we think.
Sorry,
would
Quinn.
prefer.
Sorry, Quinn.
should
I
be
forgive you.
in the Fighters
I'm
Guild.
barely paying attention.
Saying you're not worthy to fight in the
I know. I
No, he
understand,
explains
but
it.
Quinn's
No,
just
no,
like,
no. He explains it to Quinn.
well, now I'm offended. You could have just let it die.
Like my opponents in the arena. Is it to the death?
No.
No.
Very rarely is it to the death. He looks back and says, your friends are back.
Only when Bendix talk how they want a death match. Coda reference.
I believe that I shall be
There's a
retiring
Mara
to my
Jade
quarters
series
now.
being made. There's a Mara Jade series in production.
You asked a lot of questions, obviously, during the conversation for a couple hours while she was, or they were performing. And so you already knew that they're mostly non-lethal fights. There's the occasional death match, but that is
The exception.
yeah, that is to be seen as like it's a rarity, and there's like a lot of money on the line. It's a big fight, but for the most part, they're all like the most popular fights would be
How about
like
challenge?
wrestling matches.
I'm going to challenge the current champion to a fight to the death.
Jesus.
I'm not.
Yeah,
With how blasé you have been with previous statements, I don't doubt it.
Yeah. I think that would be the death of Aloysius.
Probably. But you never know. You can
I'd
just
write a
roll,
really good song about you.
you can roll this straight 20s all the way through.
I might win. The current champion is a fully grown ancient gold dragon.
Wielding a ball.
Building the arena.
Wielding the arena. We.
The maul is in his mouth, and there's other mauls with it. And the mauls are actually its teeth.
The spikes on the mall or other smaller malls.
It's stupid.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Just try to imagine what that would look like. It's so dumb.
Where would you like to go? It's roughly 8:30.
I think somewhere over the rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
I think we should pick up one of those jobs, personally.
Can I go to Kvatch?
It's burned to the ground.
Not with mods. There are mods where after you pass a certain point, they'll rebuild.
Rebuild Kvatch. I think that we should do one of those Fighters Guild jobs, personally.
Give me some shoot.
Yeah.
That would be tomorrow, just to be clear. And not like available right now.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, got a fart. Oof. Sorry. I just had to let the tiny one out. Thank you.
Oh, the tiny one?
It was a little kind of.
Was
Nothing
it-
too deadly.
So it was a fart with an F, not a PF.
Yes.
Not a flaggle fart.
Precisely.
Before we leave him, does Gray look like he's like traveled the world, you know?
He looks very well traveled.
I'm gonna ask him if he recognizes the language.
It's Skaven.
Ah, that makes sense.
He just immediately like looks at it and goes, it's Skaven. He's like, I can't read Skaven, but I recognize it.
It tracks.
Yep. Yeah, no, Bob's just kind of sitting there like, that makes sense.
He like pays no attention to the pendant like whatsoever. He just sees the etchings in it and he goes, yeah, it's Skaven, like without even giving it a thought.
I imagine it looks like a more scratchy version of like Hebrew.
I like that.
Because it's written with claws.
Mm-hmm. He goes upstairs. The three of you are in the Fighters Guild lobby alone. Not lobby, the lodge, whatever.
Alone, you say?
Is this the moment where we start to steal their things?
I'm giving you an opportunity, that's all.
I'm
An
gonna,
opportunity for what?
I'm gonna look for the mall.
I just say things. I'm a DM. I remind you guys of your current situation, and I
steal
choose
everything that-
words to use.
I steal everything that's not nailed down.
I roll dice and I know things.
I was going to laugh if that was a 20.
That's an 8.
20 or a 13 would have been funny.
Which is right next to a 20.
Was it next to a 13?
And so was the 8. the silence in the lodge after you heard the door close upstairs begins to weigh on your ears a little bit.
This is not silent music.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's very not silent. It's very much not silent. That's good English, right?
Very much not bad. What time is it? I just looked too. 17 hours.
He's tired, apparently. He told me he woke up at 4:30. That same time that you and I used to wake up for Starbucks. Remember those days?
But then I walked 15 miles
Yeah.
while carrying mail.
I was I woke up at 3:15 today, but I don't carry mail.
Instead, you have to pretend to socialize with people. Hey, dude, what's up, dude? Whoa! You want to get this? You gonna get whipped cream? Whoa!
At least you don't have to say it's a great day for Chick-fil-A. How may I help you?
My pleasure. Polynesian sauce?
Chick-fil-A's overrated.
Look,
Dutch Brothers is overrated.
I am not. Their stock is going down. I am
really?
not going to
So should I buy now?
steal anything.
You don't have to steal anything. I was
I'm
just
not going
reiterating
to-
the fact that the three of you guys are alone in the lodge right now.
I'm not going to fuck anything.
I'm going to move Gray's chair 2 feet to the right.
Okay. You do that.
You do that.
It's a ways away from the table now, and you're just like, heh.
That's my big prank.
You'll never see it coming.
Who moved my chair? Moves it back, and that's the extent of the out. Yeah.
You hear the trotting of a chocobo go by on the main path outside.
I charge.
I open the door and look for the chocobo, wondering if it's my friend.
You open the doors, and you look around, and you hear the chocobo trotting noise quite a ways away now, because by the time it took you to go from like tables to the door, open it, and look out, the chocobo is already like almost 100 feet away on your right, heading up the main path into the upper areas.
Do they have a rider?
Yes.
I throw a coin at their head.
100 yards away.
I'm just waiting for this.
You're waiting to see if I actually grab the dice.
I'm waiting to see if this actually happens, yeah.
9 plus Dex, 11.
You throw the coin, and it's like pretty straight on, but it does not have the distance required to reach a chocobo that
Throwing
is
it on a
sprinting away
football
from you.
field.
Yeah.
God.
I slowly walk over to pick it back up.
Slow.
Just a walk of shame, basically. Just
Cottontail tucked between your legs.
You put it down to be between the legs.
that's basically just between the butt
The
cheeks.
rider, just from what you can quickly glean, on a glance, you see the rider is wearing like a field plate, like a traveling soldier or knight.
And has 3 very nice bottles of wine hanging from his belt.
God, could you imagine it'd be that easy?
Oh, 'cause you have
And
to-
he's holding a halberd. He's not in like an attack
So he's a
position,
gendarme.
but it's resting and riding a chocobo away from you guys.
Oh my god, I just realized we missed the Guardian show. Damn it. I really wanted to go.
Really? Are you being facetious?
A little.
Did you actually forget about the Guardian show?
I did.
That's what I was hinting at earlier when I said that the people were walking by Boggy saying, that was a great performance. And
Damn it.
She realized that wasn't from the Silver Chalice.
God damn it. I completely forgot.
Worth.
Does this horrify Bogford?
Terribly so, yes.
Oh my god. Chocolate frogs.
Chocolate frogs.
I like how you all knew what it was by the shape of the packaging.
Yeah.
I mean, I live with the boys who own that chocolate frog, so it's easy for me to recognize.
Actually, Jim, would you be amazing enough to give me a slice of pepper, please?
Oh, it's already in a bag, but I will get it.
Is it a bag?
Yeah, I've already bagged it up.
Oh. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I thought it was out on the counter. It looked like it was out on the counter.
The box still is.
Oh, Jesus.
I also think we're both fading fast.
Yeah.
That's why I'm standing.
That's what I was kind of gathering. But you know what?
It's been fun.
Were you gathering magic? Magic the Gathering.
You come out with those so quick that sometimes I don't even like pick up on it. It's like, my God.
Clever.
Let's
Like
see here.
your funny joke earlier
Thank you.
that I came up with.
Be
really
sure to read
quickly.
your plate.
I love that one.
It says I'm special.
Is it a Fallout play?
Thank you. And we're gonna end recording.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye now.